Good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to today's Restaurant News Networking Group. This is the 9 o'clock group, and today is June 28th. We are a group of vendors in the restaurant industry who are here to help each other grow our businesses and also to help restaurant owners, managers, and chefs with any questions or concerns they might have. And we welcome anybody to give us a call if you want to join the group, want to attend the meeting, or if you have a question you want to submit, give us a call at 561-620-8888, or check out our website at trnusa.com, and also take a look at our YouTube channel. We've got over 360 videos on that channel, and you can access it from our website. There's a tab at the top of the page that says, I think it says YouTube. I'm getting the royal welcome. I want to welcome 2 new people to the meeting this morning. Cinthya, I'm going to try, Miralrio.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did it phonetically.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
And also Mitch Zenaty.
Yep, perfect.
Oh, I got it both right. It's a good week. So what I'd like to do is have Cinthya and Mitch tell us what they do, and where they're located and how we can reach you. So Cinthya, why don't you give us the first one?
Okay. Well, first of all, very nice meeting you all virtually. So I'm an industrial designer. My company's name is 312ID, and I specialize on doing artwork and design for branding and architectural art for interiors. And I would love to chat with you if you need some help for any kind of marketing, branding that you need, or any kind of like custom art. I'm here to help, and you can reach me out through email, info@312id.com, or in my cell phone number, 206-822-5797. I just moved from Seattle, but I'm now here in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, great. Well, welcome aboard Florida, and welcome aboard the group.
Thank you.
Water. Seattle's always raining, and there's always streams by everybody's sidewalk, and then you move to Florida.
Yeah. So it's raining too, but it's warmer here, definitely, yeah. For sure.
Okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And Mitch, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, where you are?
Good morning, everybody. Mitch Zenaty. I work for Appstem. We're based out of San Francisco. I am in Roswell, Georgia, in Atlanta here, not too far from that Hooters on Holcomb Bridge, actually. And we are a software development agency. And we were talking a little bit about fractional HR. We're kind of a fractional CTO company, technology company. So we'll come in, we've got engineers, designers, PMs. We build mobile apps and websites for restaurants. We also do other industries as well, but we are a not full service, but we are a technical agency that can help restaurants grow.
Great.
What? Give me an example of a mobile app for a restaurant.
We just built Flower Bakery. So we integrated with Toast and Patronics to do a loyalty custom app for them. So when restaurants outgrow their mobile app, their white label, it doesn't do the customization, or it just isn't doing what they want, we'll come in and integrate with their POS system and their loyalty platform and build them a custom interface.
Okay, well, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
And as I said before, after we do our intros, I'll double back to you. So if you want to add anything or change anything, you'll be able to do it at that time. So, Mike, why don't you start us off, since we were in that area in the discussion with Mitch.
So I am Mike Sardone. I'm a Georgia area sales manager for Spot On Point of Sale Systems. We have all your point of sale needs, front of the house, back of the house, credit card processing, everything in between. One of the main goals we have is to help you grow your client base, retain customers, boost profitability, and just make a better guest experience as also a better employee experience. So my contact number is 678-231-2279, and email is mike.sardone@spoton.com.
Okay, thank you. Terry and I had the pleasure of having a one-on-one in-person meeting with Brian earlier in the week, and it's great to get to see everybody in person once in a while.
Which Brian?
Not me.
From Brian A.
Well, I wasn't this week, so I mean.
Picky. Brian, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. So I'm Brian Auerbach with InfoSync BPO. So we're an outsourcer of accounting and payroll services. We also do something called third-party delivery recovery. But basically what we do is we help multi-unit restaurants, and some of them were mentioned before that you guys were talking about, that are clients of ours, but we basically help them with their accounting and payroll, take that frustrating kind of complex thing and take that away from them so they can focus on their core activities of actually running their restaurants. But really what we do is help we provide the people, the process, and technology for both their accounting and payroll. And then on the third-party delivery side, so any restaurant that's using Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub, they're losing about 3% of revenue right now to customer disputes. So we go after Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub for the restaurants, and usually about 85% of that money back for them. So getting them a good amount of change back that, could pay a rent here, rent there, could be a full-time equivalent of a manager. So, but again, Brian Auerbach with InfoSync Comprehensive Business Process Solutions. You can reach me at 786-670-1027, or my email is Brian, BRIAN, .Auerbach, AUERBACH, like the basketball coach, at ISSVC.com.
Okay, thank you. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Whitehill. I'm a business broker. I help people buy and sell restaurants. Today, I'd like to show you a restaurant. If I could share out the screen, I would appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. So this is a listing that I have. It's a restaurant. And by the way, I did a search for restaurants in Florida that are where the earnings is over 400,000, and this caught my eye. This is a restaurant in Palm Beach County. It's an interesting restaurant because it does a couple of things. Not only does it serve food, but it actually distributes healthy food to other places, and the real estate that this place is in is included. But what's interesting to me, what caught my eye, is you would think this was a great restaurant, but you can see that the profit, well, let's start with the sales, starts at 6 million, goes down to 5.5 million, and then goes to just 5 million, almost 4. And with that, the profitability drops as well. Now, what is happening here is not only is the guy selling the business because he's retiring, but he's been retiring for a while. So he hasn't been working as hard and putting in the effort, and therefore the sales are going down. And so you not only have to look at the restaurant and think that whether it's a good business or a bad business, but really what's happening to it in its environment. And these are the kinds of things you have to look at and be careful of. And this is why I am around to help you through this process. Anyway, Steve Whitehill, Anchor Business Brokers, and I can be reached at 561-376-7500. And my email address is Steve, STEVE, @anchorbb.com. Thank you.
Steve, that's your listing?
And no, it's not my listing.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was your listing.
Well, it's a listing I have available. I have in total, about 2,500 listings available for sale at any given time. And this is just one of them. Some are mine, most of them are not.
Without divulging any information, I saw something came across my desk this week. There's a restaurant here in Boca that's about 4,600 square feet with 50 parking spots, freestanding building, and the property goes along with it. Been in business for 23 years, and they're asking 5.5 million.
Yeah, without knowing much, I can't tell you if that's good or bad. I mean, on the surface, this offer might seem to be good, but when you start digging into it, it's not. It's both overpriced, and you're picking up a set of problems that may or may not be able to correct, which is part of the thing that you do when you buy not only a restaurant but any business. I'm dealing with a totally other kind of business. It's a flooring company. It's effectively a wholesale flooring company, and that business is doing well, extremely well, very profitable. But the accounting records are so bad, we can't tell what the work in process is. And the problem with that is when you buy the business, since there's work in process, jobs that have started that you got to complete, you got to make sure that the seller leaves you with enough money to finish those jobs. And if the books are bad, how do you know if you're getting the right amount of money?
Right.
And the deal is $4.6 million. We're not talking about 100,000 here or there. We're potentially talking $1 or $2 million, or maybe even more, of cash that has to come back to complete those jobs. So there's some significant issues that can arise.
Steve, you mentioned that I've been reading in the paper in Orlando, there's a manufacturer of trailers, truck trailers, and it was sold to a third party. And now there's all sorts of lawsuits going back and forth between the two of them and the individuals because none of the trailers are getting done because nobody has any money to do any to work with the trailers.
Yeah, well, that's that's actually it can be a tremendously important part of selling a business is how to deal with the work in process. And I must tell you, it's not an easy thing because, especially take a look at a trailer. It could be not started. It could be a quarter of the way through. It could be 2/3 of the way through. So depending upon the type of business, you have to figure out a methodology for establishing how much is due the old guy versus how much is due the new guy, what has to be done, and that isn't necessarily easy done. And if you don't think that process through, then it's really problematic, as they're finding out.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Chris, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All Stars, primarily providing human capital in the form of restaurant managers, restaurant chefs, restaurant corporate executives, something we have done since Monday, April 6, 1981. Restaurant All Stars, ALLSTAR, and that's the All Star, but that's 404-255-7827, 404 All Star. That'll get to us. And sometimes candidates, when they send their resume to us, they will include a cover sheet that they should not have included because it was basically an application for a company they were applying to. And this guy sent me his resume from Port St. Lucie, Florida. And on this cover sheet, it said, "Where do you live?" He put in Port St. Lucie, Florida. "Where are you open to relocate?" And he put Port St. Lucie, Florida. So, yeah, not the sharpest knife in the drawer. And then one candidate called me to talk about his resume, and the television was blaring in the background. I could barely hear this guy. And so I said, "Excuse me, are you watching the Jetsons, or?" And he says, "Just a minute." And he comes back about 30 seconds later. "No, It's Return of the Jedi. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. And we could not get him on an interview, I'm sad to say. But anyway, when he got off the sauce, maybe he'll realize what happened. So, but this is part of the vetting process that we go through before we present talent to a company to make sure that they're seeing people better and more qualified and more engineered for their success than if they would just, get somebody in off the street. So restaurantallstars.com, 404 All-Star. And that's the best way to get a hold of us. And my name is Chris Kaufman, and I approve this message.
You just put me in a political frame.
I know.
I can't handle anymore.
I know. I saw a human cadaver last night try to talk. I'm just saying. Well, okay, we won't be political.
That's one thing you cannot do is in any group, because you don't know. People have their own reasons for what they believe and think.
Well,
and
you can say, as long as you don't talk politically, but you could say what you. I'm not getting into that conversation, but it's.
I think it's best we just keep on walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just pass over that for now.
And moving
Let's talk
on.
about Cheech and Chong. That's what we do. Keep on walking and talk about Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Terry, go ahead, Terry. Tell us what you do.
Huh?
Tell us what you do.
Oh no, I go last.
No, you're going now because I'm gonna let Brian go last.
Oh, thanks.
And all right. Hi everyone. For the new folks here, welcome, and we're certainly happy to have you. I'm Terry, and what I do is the monthly lead reports. Very, very substantial part of anybody's business, trying to find what's opening where. I have a report in Florida and we have a report in Georgia. Georgia's substantially smaller. I don't lie, so I will not lie to you. Florida's massive. We guarantee 50 brand new leads every single month. That is up and coming. Leases are signed. They are entering Florida. You name it. We give you the owner's names, phone numbers, email addresses, addresses. There's a nice little section of are they 2-story? Do they have a bar? Is it part of a chain? Is it a new independent? So that you know what's going on before you either email or call that person. And you don't have to say, is the manager there or the owner, because you have, as soon as you say, is the owner there, they hang up on you. But if you've got the owner's name, they're not going to hang up on you. So that is a big deal. Anybody that wants a sample, the new people, most everybody gets the reports in both groups. Just email me, Terry, TERRI @trnusa.com, and I'll send you a sample older report. Have the emails, but you can see the format. Comes in an Excel spreadsheet. You can sort. We try to keep all of the cities in order so that you can see, in that area, if you're looking for one particular area. I had somebody purchase this report, last week, and they only wanted 3 cities on the West Coast, but they bought the report to get them. It's a matter of what you do, how bad. And I've had people buy older reports, like last year's reports, a full year, the year before that. We've been doing it for about 9 years now. I have the FRLA in there. They automatically renew every year. They don't even question it. We have Gordon Food Service. We have, oh my gosh, all of the people from the big restaurant equipment companies, food service companies, salesmen that pay for their own reports. I think they sell the ones in the areas that they don't do to the other salesmen, which is a really good idea. So you can get that report about 9 to 10 every month. And if anyone has any questions on that, please ask, or you can email me, or you can call after the meeting. Happy 4th of July. That's my birthday, so I'm thrilled. Going back to California to see my family, and happy to be getting out of Florida for a while.
That's what she says now, but on the way home, she says, boy, it's good to be home.
I said, crying out loud like everyone else.
Brian J., tell us who you are, and then I want to double back to our new guests, and then I'll come back to you.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see the new people. I'm Brian with a company called Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. I primarily work in the hospitality industry, but I work with some other industries. When I say hospitality, it could be restaurants, it could be breweries, bars. I do a lot of work with the convenience store industry, some franchises, and I'll be talking about one here in a few minutes on a franchise. But again, it's commercial, small projects, large projects. Do a lot of work with startups, and I do work all over the country. And I can be reached at 404-723-7222. And one other thing I just got from a vendor in Florida, we talk about restaurants going and closing, and this is a market. Maybe Terry knows about it. Never opened. Was outfitted back in 2020. It was called Lucky's Mart in Naples. All brand new equipment. The auction is going on now, and I have it pictures of it and new refrigeration, everything. Never open. It's in Naples, Florida. So, but yeah.
Is that the one you sent me?
No.
Oh.
No. Then there's another one. I'm going to call Steve afterwards. I got to talk to you about helping with some financing on a client.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. But that's me. That's what I have that's what I do. Thanks.
Brian works very hard at his job, believe me. He is hustling.
Yeah, I got too many on the payroll. I have to take care of my kids.
If it can be financed,
and they're in their 20s, so it's like
they have a credit rating of 3.9, but darn it, he'll get them financed.
Yeah.
All right, Cynthia, you want to add anything to your intro?
Well, no, I'm really happy to be in this group. It's really exciting, and I love all the feedback, and especially all of the business that everybody is in here. So I'm looking forward to keep coming to this meeting and learn more about you all.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for coming. And Mitch, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'll just I'm very active on LinkedIn. I saw Jordan Silverman, who's a member of this, post about how great this group was. So yeah, if you want to find me, I'm very active on LinkedIn. My email is also mitch.zenaty@appstem.com, and I would love to connect with anybody. So appreciate you.
Jordan is a member of our 11 o'clock group, and Mitch and I connected on LinkedIn through a post that Jordan put up. So that was great. I think it set a record for speed. He posted it, I answered, he called, but it was very quick.
Yeah, I think very highly of Jordan. Starfish is a really cool company. So if you don't know it, I'll give a shout out to Jordan, because he's crushing it.
All right. Speaking of recommending people to join the group. There's one thing I'd like to tell everybody. I appreciate it when people recommend people to come to the group, but I really would like to add something to that. If you send me an email or call me and have a recommendation, please send me the contact information of the person so that I can add them to the spreadsheet prior to the meeting, so that when I send it out, after they appear at the meeting, it'll be included. That's important. And my intro is, I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News. We've been publishing since 1996, and we are a digital newspaper for the restaurant industry. And we've got readers all over the world. We've got people who are writing for us from Europe and other parts of the world. They write in their language so nobody can understand it here, but that doesn't matter. So, Brian, well, let me back up. I didn't give you my contact information like I always tell everybody to do. If you want to reach us, give me a call at 561-620-8888. Brian, you had some information on one of your clients that
Yeah,
you wanted to tell us.
If you want to show it, I'll kind of walk them through it, kind of show it to them.
Yeah, you can share the screen.
I guess you can you? I sent the attachment. Or that's right. I'll share it with you. I'll email it to everybody. This started probably back in 2018, 2019. Todd Broderick, which has been in the food service industry for a long time. He started a concept up in Sugar Hill, which is Sugar Hill, Georgia, in a new development up there. He started out with these, I can't remember what the name of the pizza concept was. I met with him and it kind of went dormant until about 2019, 2020, called me back and says, I'm looking for some financing. So then he changed his concept, and the concept is Nuckies, and Nuckies is a sandwich. So there's different types of sandwiches, Nuckies, I guess. And his logo is like a knuckle sandwich with his fist. All right. And does sandwiches, he does some salads, small footprints, which he's done in the past, because I've done the financing for let's see, he's got 6 locations. I did the financing for about all 5 out of the 6. He's got one downtown at the Interlock. Got one in Peachtree Corners, Milton, Georgia, some other stuff, but it's a sandwich concept. So he evolved from going from pizza to sandwiches. Okay, so the last project I did about a year ago, and that's about the growth. He has teamed up with some big players in the industry. I think one from this sports bar thing out of Louisiana and some other stuff, and I can share the information with you. So he came to me yesterday and he sent me all the information, and he is going into Walmart, an end cap on Walmart. And some are going to be franchises, some are going to be corporate stores, some just, he's looking to build, and he's got this agreement with Walmart. Okay. And he's going into North Carolina, South Carolina. He's got Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, Oklahoma. I think one was the other one in the state. But he's doing this. It's a smaller footprint. And that's, and he's also got he's going to also put in freestanding concepts, almost like what's going on with the brewer on the coffee industry, where you drive around and you get get a cup of coffee. These will have walk-ins, you can get a sandwich, but I'll share all this with you. It's really interesting, the layout and the build out on it. Okay, but his main focus is Walmart, and he's got a huge agreement with Walmart on this. It should be interesting to see how it works. It's not going to be the price that you would go and get a Subway. It's going to be probably going to be in the range of $12 to $13. Okay, which is Subway's what now, $7-8 maybe. Okay, so Todd has teamed up with these people. I have another call with him this afternoon. My first project is Walmart Windward Parkway in Alpharetta, Georgia. Then we'll go from there. But there would probably be a need for a lot of people on here, like Mike with the POS system. I'll find out what he's doing. All right. That's one he would want me to finance. Brian, I think he's going to probably need some help there. Ed, maybe you can introduce him to gelato ice cream, because they don't really have a dessert. Okay. Maybe, I don't know, with Chris, I don't know if they're going to need a chef. I don't know. I'm going to have more of a conversation here, but so I'll have some more updates on this. I did want to talk to Howard. I wanted to invite him to the 12 o'clock meeting just to introduce himself to everybody and see if, there's some stuff out there that y'all can hook up with him on stuff. But yeah, it's, I'm kind of scared about it a little bit, because I think that, he's got 6 locations. He does have a FDD set up. Okay. But I think that you're going to need help, because with the growth that he wants to go by 2025, he wants to have like 45 of these locations. So I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. So like I said, I have more information for you guys, but I'll share this with Howard, and then he can give it out to you, and I'll find out about the POS, and I'll find out about other stuff for you. They are using a vendor that I work with out of Columbus, Georgia, called Mobile Fixture, and that's going to be their equipment. But they're using some company for signage and POS. So, but I have some more information for you.
What are they going to be called?
Huh?
Are they going to be called Nuckies?
Yes, they.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have Brian.
Yeah.
I think you come to me.
Good food.
Sorry. But yeah, so that's what I have, and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
But
He's got,
Walmart has a lot of Subways in.
Yeah.
So is this sort of taken over for them?
a lot of the Subways are leaving. McDonald's used to be in Walmart. They're gone. In the windwards around us, where I'm at, they have this coffee concept. I can't remember what it is, but they have coffee. They have a coffee place there. But yeah, they're trying to. I don't know if Walmart's trying to up their game with food. I don't know.
So there's a lot food service wise, like there's only so many things they can do because they don't have hood vents and things like that. So they can't do full menus. So say for McDonald's, like they couldn't do their Egg McMuffin breakfast, like a lot of things they couldn't do and actually hurt their customer base versus that. So they're trying to bring in new things to not as known of what they can and can't do. So that way it seems more unique to their concept.
Well, what they're doing is there's a product that they get out of Ohio. I can't remember the name of the company, but it's a hoodless vent.
Oh yeah, that's I know who that is. That's
that they're NAK, I think, out of Ohio.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what I got, and I'll be glad to share the information with you guys, because I think there's going to be a need for a lot of this stuff for you guys to kind of reach out to and go from there.
Good. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Definitely motivation to move into Georgia to teach food safety.
Okay.
Terry and I had the opportunity to also have a one-on-one in person with Charles this week, and
Yep.
we also enjoyed that. And I was just thinking, tell us what you do, Charles, and then perhaps this company that Brian's talking about may be a good lead for you.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, so my name's Charles. I teach the ServSafe Manager course in 4 hours. It's a lot different than what a lot of other people do. We kind of cater to the professional. We'll get you done quick and easy. I have classes all the time. In Miami, July 22nd, and Orlando the 23rd. Also, I got a booking down in Boca Raton this Monday. So if you know anybody, come on down and visit me.
How do we reach you?
You can contact me through my phone. That's 904-923-2577. Or you can email me at info@ontheflyfoodsafety.com.
Okay.
There you go. That might be important.
It might be. All right. Did I miss anybody? No.
Ed,
Ed, how did I miss Ed? I'm sorry. I've done that before to you, haven't I?
Yes, you make a habit of it, Howard. You've done that before.
I'm sorry.
I get no respect. Just like Rodney, get no respect.
Tough crowd, you know what I mean? Tough crowd.
That's right. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, my name is Ed Gurton with Seacoast Sales out of Orange Park, Florida, which is just outside of Jacksonville, Florida. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. So we have ice cream machines through Carpigiani. So we have soft serve machines, vertical batch freezers and horizontal batch freezers. We have display cases for gelato, ice cream, grab and go, and pastry from ISA, IFI, and GTI Design. We have slushy machines, BGI continuous churning machines. You can reach me at 904-334-4489. Have a good holiday, everybody.
Hey, Charles, I just want to let you know that that our next meeting is not going to be next Friday. It's going to be July the 12th. Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to bring up that happened since the beginning of the meeting? I don't want to get into some of the topics that I have here today because they're sort of lengthy, but one, here's a quickie. And if you have any information that you want to add to this, just jump in. As most of you know, I'm online a good part of the day and in different groups, and I see people asking questions, and I try to help out by bringing it to the group. So somebody posted this, and I thought it was interesting. So just check it out. 5 ways to reduce food waste and save money in your restaurant. And we don't have any operators here right now, but Chris is an old operator. He's just an operator.
Yeah. So no, I used to, so food cost was tight. It depend, like, so when I ran my operation, what I did was I went to each employee one a night and gave them a clear plastic tote as their trash can. And at the end of the day, we reviewed all the trash of what they went out and said, like, whether it be heavy cream containers that still had stuff in them, things like that. Not really as a negative, but to help coach them how to be better about, because you can't watch everything. That's the thing. So like prep cooks, what are things they're doing? Vegetables, making stock, everything can go into something if you're smart about it, and helping them learn those abilities. That was always one of the good ones for me.
Yeah, let me read these 5, and I think what you just said fits into one of them. First one would be portion control. Measuring the servings out, making sure that the size is consistent. And because many times people give large portions and people can't eat them and they don't take them home. So that goes out. Inventory checks. Regular inventory checks prevent over ordering. And creative reuse. Turn yesterday's unserved bread into today's crispy croutons. Staff training. Educate the team on waste reduction. Training to help them do that, and keep track of what's being thrown away. That's an interesting one.
The waste sheet.
Do they have that? Is that a common practice?
Yeah, it's a good way to keep track of stuff. The other thing that most people don't think about is when you're receiving product, making sure that all of it's tip top, because a lot of people, or some people, will put rotten stuff at the bottom. So you always got to check the bottom, make sure it's all good, so you don't start off with bad product that you got to throw away. And once they know that you do that, they'll stop trying to pass stuff on to you. But you still got to look.
Yeah, it's an interesting industry. You have to have eyes and ears all over the place to make sure you're not getting ripped off. And because the industry works on such a small margin, any of these tips could help you and increase your bottom line.
Whenever I ran into high food costs, there was a one-word solution: inventory. And we were taking inventories once a month, and it was like, food costs high, that's ridiculous. So then we started taking it mid-month and end of month, and that helped a little bit. But then we started taking every day the proteins, the steaks, the seafood, the chicken, and you control those, and you can control food cost. And also when the staff sees you counting every day, and then you're going to the POS system to see if the count matches up with what's usage going on, and control, and it becomes a culture of control. And then miraculously, food cost just seems to come right in line.
Yeah. One of my first jobs was at a roadhouse, and they had a high food cost for a bit. Like, it just suddenly spiked with this new hire, and turns out that they were taking like a tenderloin or a ribeye, or a whole cut that was in a cryovac bag, and throwing it out with the garbage, and then jumping in and getting it later.
Yeah.
At the end of the night.
Yeah.
So.
Put a case of steaks inside a garbage bag. Put the garbage bag inside the garbage.
Yeah.
And then volunteer to take out the trash. That's all right. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're volunteering to take. Yeah, I'll take it out.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 gold stars for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess an interesting one. What would you say is the most innovative way you've seen employees taking stuff out the door?
I saw a waitress take an entire turkey and put it in her big purse, and walking out of the Hyatt Regency, and the guard caught her and said, "What's this?" She goes, "I don't know how that got. I'm shocked."
She would have been better off spatchcocking it and duct taping it to her back.
I had a guy that duct taped cryovac steaks to his legs. So, he's in the walk-in and his pants down, and that's how we caught him.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I'm sure it was just to help with the swelling of his ankles from a long day on the line.
Yeah. It's he nothing to say. He just left.
Making a patrol one night by the back dock, and one of the kitchen employees had his trunk open, and he was putting in 30 dozens of eggs. And I looked at it and said, "Well, here, those are from the restaurant." I look further, and there's a 50-pound wheel of Gruyere cheese. And I said,
Mm.
are you going to make the world's largest omelet? What's going on? So, got him red-handed.
He had a route selling eggs.
Little side hustle.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, I guess we're at the end of our allotted time. And I want to thank everybody for coming and welcome to our two guests today. And I hope you'll come back on July the 12th, which will be our first meeting after the holiday period. And everybody have a great July 4th. I know Terry will. And
Happy birthday, Terry.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
and I hope you enjoyed the meeting.
Mhm.
We'll see you all on the 12th.
All right.
Let Ed go first on the 12th.
That's right.
Yeah, let Ed go first on the 12th.
What?
Let the sauce be with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.